Sure. My name is Greta Johnson, and I am currently serving as the state representative for Ohio's 35th House District, and that covers all of the city of Barberton and portions of the city of Akron, including Kenmore, Firestone Park, Goodyear Heights, and Ellett, and part of the downtown area, including part of the university. My responsibilities as the state representative are in Columbus a couple of times a week and in district on the other days, working with constituents on really ways and laws in which we can move Ohio forward.
We asked Greta Johnson how this election was different for students on both a local and a national scale.
I think this election is different for everyone than any other election we've ever seen. The amount of media coverage and the rhetoric that's being used from sort of the top down is certainly different than the last time I ran. And I think it's just unlike anything we've ever seen. So I also think that there's a real target for millennials to participate. I think everyone sort of wants that millennial vote or wants that millennial participation. And so the college students, or the traditional college age students, are being courted and targeted in a way that I don't think I've seen before.
Opioid deaths, whether caused by pain pills or heroin, jumped 372% from 2000 to 2014. West Virginia, New Mexico, New Hampshire, Kentucky, and Ohio had America's 5 deadliest rates.
The heroin epidemic of Summit County is Johnson's #1 priority, but she also noted a few others.
I think it's really important in Summit County specifically that we talk about the opioid crisis. And I think that we need to elect folks who are talking about it, who are admitting that it's a problem, who are not shying away from it, and who understand that it's not an issue of morality, but that it's a medical addiction illness that we need to address in that way. So that's really been what folks are talking about when I've been knocking on doors, when I've been going to community meetings. That's really the #1 issue on everybody's mind right now. Beyond that, I think we need to talk about college affordability. I think we need to talk about job creation and workforce development. And with that millennial set that has been so studied and looked at, we've got this wonderful institution here, the University of Akron. Stark State just broke ground in the 35th District as well. What are we going to do to make sure that Summit County, the 35th District specifically, is an attractive place for people to live, work, and play?
With social media playing the largest role in an election ever, Johnson weighed in with her thoughts on its impact on elections.
Social media and the 24-hour news cycle that we're on has really given a platform to these really horrific, insightful, hateful words. And it's very troubling to see that this is the direction that campaigning has gone. It certainly has given a platform to hate speech in a way that I just didn't think I would see in my lifetime. Things that people spoke behind closed doors are now headlines and lead stories on the 6 o'clock news. So it really is, I think, a pivotal moment, certainly in my lifetime, and I have 2 young daughters in their lifetime as well, that we look at candidates who are choosing to speak to each other with civility, who choose to address each other with respect, and look for ways to work together rather than name call and incite hate and require violence of your supporters. It's really unsettling.
At a formal press conference, Hillary Clinton labeled Donald Trump a gift for ISIS. Trump is standing by the remarks and called the Democratic nominee trigger happy.
To those people who just want to stay home, I implore you, it has never been more important for you to exercise your right.
Johnson is running against Amy Cooper, the Republican candidate, who could not be reached for comment.